Hi, welcome back. We're going to take a look at a very famous place in Ann Arbor. In fact, I would say that it is not just Ann Arbor, but is nationally recognized, and that's Zingerman'S down on the corner of Detroit and Kingsley. If you haven't been there, you got to go there at some point. The food is delicious, and it's an experience to do that. And what a wonderful thing for a town like Ann Arbor to have a deli like Zingerman'S. You ordinarily wouldn't find a place like this except in very large cities, but thanks to Ari and his partner, we have it right here in Ann Arbor. So I'm very pleased. My experience with Ari is he's a gentleman. He's not only an excellent businessman, but he's a fine individual. Whenever I have a question or a comment that I have for Ari, I'll send him a note, and honestly, within 15 to 30 minutes, he responds. And I'm certainly not in his top list for his Rolodex, but that's the kind of individual he is. Also, I was honored that he agreed to read the pre-publication version of the book and provide a wonderful, flattering endorsement of the book. So I have enormous respect and appreciation for Ari and the whole team at Zingerman'S. Let me give you some additional information in terms of Zingerman'S. And for this, I got to put on my glasses because I can't see that well, and I have to use the teleprompter. Okay, Zingerman'S was established in 1982. The building's been around since the turn of the century, the 20th century, down at 422 Detroit Street. But on March 15th of 1982, Paul Saginaw and Ari officially opened the doors of Zingerman'S. It doesn't seem possible that it's been that long, but over 40 years. They and two staff members were working in a small 1,300 square foot space with about 29 seats. There were 25 sandwiches on the menu, a smallish selection of specialty cheeses, cured meats, olive oils, vinegars, etc. Bread and pastry came from other area bakeries at that time. From that first day forward, Zingerman'S committed to making traditional, full-flavored food, delivering exceptional customer service and meaningful work experience, and this has all helped to make it a destination spot for locals and visitors from all over the world. It's one of those places you want to stop. If you come as a visitor to this town, someone's going to tell you, well, you got to stop by Zingerman'S. So 40 years down the road, the deli has evolved into Zingerman'S community of businesses. A dozen different Zingerman'S businesses all working as part of one organization, each with its own unique specialty. So over the years, Zingerman'S has gone from using vendors to bringing things in-house. So there's Zingerman'S Bakehouse, there's a Zingerman'S mail order. They do more business mail order than they do locally. Zingerman'S Creamery makes handmade fresh cream cheese, goat cheese, and gelato. Miss Kim is an award-winning restaurant serving traditional regional Korean food. Cornman Farms is an award-winning, beautifully restored 1834 farmhouse and 1837 bar just 10 minutes west of Ann Arbor and Dexter. And they host weddings, corporate events, family reunions, and other beautiful events and activities. Zing Train, it teaches Zingerman innovative approaches to leadership, not just food, but leadership in general, customer service, visioning, open book management, and more to clients from all industries and all corners of the globe. Zingerman'S Candy, they manufacture old school candy bars and other artisan confectionery. Zingerman'S Coffee Company, it's a roaster and brewer of nationally recognized coffees. Zingerman Food Tours, they even take people, food-loving clients, to taste traditional food and wine in an array of European destinations. So it is much more than simply a deli, a top-shelf five-star deli. So as of the writing of the book, the ZCOB, the full Zingerman'S company, was employing over 700 people, annual sales of about 70 million, that's million with an M. Thanks to its innovational organizational design and leadership, the community has 18 managing partners and over 200 of its 700 staff members own a share in the business. Over the years, Zingerman'S has become an Ann Arbor institution. Almost everyone from Ann Arbor who travels will have the experience of telling somebody in another city where they're from and having the other person smile and say, Zingerman'S? You'll even read novels, books, and if it takes place in Ann Arbor, inevitably you will run into Zingerman'S as part of the writings in the book. So, the kinds of memories, because again, I published all of these photos with Anna Martoni's group and got thousands of responses, and Zingerman'S was one of the top vote getters in terms of people who had positive experiences. So memories and remarks included things like, I remember exactly my first sandwich in 1985, and it was huge for $7. Another comment, love the place now for Lincoln Logs. I don't know what that is, but they love it. Somebody just simply said, number 18 with exclamation points and a big heart. Somebody else said, I always make sure I get one when I'm home visiting. Favorite lunch place and truly iconic. Again, keeping with perspective, I'm a bit of a historian, and so I love to take a look at what was going on in the world. So in Ann Arbor in 1982, Zingerman'S opened, and that's our local history. But what else was happening around the globe? Well, in 1982, the Princess of Wales, Diana, gives birth to her first son, William, who now is first in line for the British monarchy. British overcome Argentina in the Falklands War. Because I'm 75 years old, that seems like yesterday, but that's 1982. John Hinckley found not guilty because of insanity in the shooting of President Reagan. Again, in 1982, Princess Grace, 52, dies of injuries when her car plunges off a mountain road. I remember that day. And John Belushi, Saturday Night Live, dies of a drug overdose at the age of 33. Again, that doesn't seem possible. So that's a look at Zingerman'S. I encourage you to go there. Ari's written a number of books. I encourage you to take a close look at his books and enjoy the other companies that are all part of the umbrella of Zingerman'S. So enjoy, and I'll see you next time. All right, thanks.